Good afternoon, traders. It's Bill Baruch with Blue Line Futures, and this is the FX Rundown. Forget the hot Philly Fed number today. It's all about John Williams, the New York Fed president. He said the Fed should act quickly to lower rates preemptively here. So we're seeing the rate cut odds for a 50 basis point cut at the July 31st meeting soar above 50%. It's more likely to see a 50 basis point cut now than just a 25 basis point cut. The dollar index is moving lower, and currencies against the dollar are pushing higher right now. Only the Canadian dollar has yet to go green on the session, and it's likely we find it green before the end of the day. Now, what we're seeing is support in the dollar. We're hitting into a big area, a big pocket that the market consolidated for the dollar index through the first week of the month. Now, we see a lot of support, 96 to 96 and a quarter. We get below there, we're going to see the selling pick up, and the dollar index will go lower to those recent lows. The same way we're looking at the euro. The euro has quite a bit of resistance right up to about the mid 113s area. We have those levels detailed on the FX Rundown on Monday's report. They are still valid to the upside. And then to the downside, very constructive bottom we saw. We had those support levels in the euro from earlier in the week. We talked about it, 112.5, 112.60. The market held those constructively, and now we're moving off that. So ultimately what we're seeing here is a sharp move, sharp shift in sentiment. The comments from Fed President, the New York Fed President Williams, they are bearish on the dollar here, and you're going to see a little bit of follow through the 24 hours. But tomorrow we do look to fresh July Michigan consumer sentiment data. It's going to be crucial to see how the consumer is and if it has gotten a little bit better along with some of the other data points. So it's the only thing really potentially stopping some of this dollar weakness here is a stronger than expected number, Michigan consumer sentiment. Again, that Philly Fed number today was very strong. New York Fed manufacturer earlier in the week was better. We've seen CPI come in stronger. We saw the manufacturing payroll as well. So the data isn't quite there. But if the Fed is arguing that they're going to be preemptive to fight any potential recessionary signs, if they're taking back that 25 basis point cut in December, then it makes sense. But now we're starting to really see the 50 basis point cut come into play here. It's higher probability than just the 25% at this time right now. So again, that's weakening the dollar. That's what's going to push gold higher. That's moving equities higher. It's moving the yen higher as well. We're seeing the yen. It came back down and pinged our first or really major 3-star support level that we had on the Monday report, and that was the buying area. We've been bullish the yen. A little bit of disappointing price action Tuesday to not follow through, but this is a very strong move here today, and we should be able to get a little bit of follow through if the dollar can continue lower. The only thing holding it back is seeing a strong Michigan number tomorrow, and then stocks continuing higher could really sort of keep a little bit of a ceiling on the yen here in the near term. But overall, very good hold against the resistance, against the support levels we discussed on Monday as well. The Aussie and the Canadian. The Aussie first did not get down to support that we wanted to see. We were looking at 69.82 as being the buy opportunity. Didn't quite get down below 70. Sharp move up here today. What we're seeing is potentially you could get a little bit of follow through in the Aussie. Again, for the Aussie, what you're looking at is potential trade headwinds holding that back. But right now, after such poor price action for the last few months, we're seeing a nice bottom start and then a sharp move out over the past couple weeks. And this is bringing in some continuation. So we have the levels. What you want to look out to the upside in the Aussie dollar. We have those levels on the Monday FX Rundown. Check it out. If you did not get it or if you want it, give us a call. And then for the Canadian dollar, we did not get near our buy target. Canadian is we've been saying, the better currency out there relative to the US dollar because the Canadian Bank of Canada, their central bank policy is diverging against what we're seeing here in other central banks. They're not going to cut rates. They're expected to keep rates unchanged through the rest of this year and longer. But you've got to see the data come out and be better here in Canada. The CPI numbers this week, the manufacturing sales, retail sales, all holding things back just a bit. Underwhelming broadly, but overall the Canadian dollar is holding well. It's fighting and battling crude oil weakness, which crude oil is down sharply here in the day and really on the week as well. But give us a call. We're here to help with anything on the board, 312-278-0500. You can email us info@bluelinefutures.com. You can check our website for updates. You can sign up for a free trial or research there. But remember, futures trading involves substantial risk of loss. Is not suitable for all investors. Thanks a lot.